My experience at the Theatre Guild as a new kid was amazing. Everyone welcomed me and I felt so comfortable there. Everyone was so nice.
It's been such a huge part of my life. It's RTG is more than a home. It's just a part of me, and it has been for 14 years, and I would be a completely different person without it.
I've met a lot of people here, made a lot of good friends. We're kind of like an extended family.
Everybody counts on everybody else, which is why I think we do feel like we're family. And when we work a show, those people are the most important people in our lives for the duration of that show.
And would not give up that family I have there. They mean everything to me.
Got to know a lot of wonderful people there, both on stage and off stage. I mean, there's some of the strongest props and costumes and tech people there that are working and just, really do such a wonderful job and are so committed to the theater, and just make it a really wonderful place for people to come and, maybe forget all the crazy things that are going on in their lives and form these really lasting relationships and friendships.
I saw how much it meant to people, how much joy it brought to people, children to adults to seniors.
We have very supportive family members who are willing to take over kid duty for us when we have rehearsal or we have shows, because they love to see us on stage and they support us.
Yeah. Both the family members and our kids, they love seeing us on stage as well. They don't seem to want to be on stage, but they love seeing shows, which that works for us because they get to see us on stage.
I came to the realization what a special community theater RTG is. And this is due to all the people that put all this effort, all the volunteers that help make this a first-rate production.
We get a lot of donations. I would bet you 90% of what's down here were donations.
We're more than pleased that people think of us and bring their antique outfits and are willing to pass them on to us.
I was nervous coming into it, but right away it was so welcoming. Everyone was so welcoming that quickly just disappeared, and I just felt accepted.
To be a part of the theater family and have a lot of fun in the production. You could work on crew, you can work in the box office, you can work on costumes, you can paint sets, you can usher, see the show. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to be part of the guild.
Met a lot of different people that I probably wouldn't have otherwise met, and made friends that I never would have connected with otherwise, and they're lifelong friends now.
I work well with all of the people, but Ginny and I somehow just made this bond, had this connection, and she says, you do what's you're really good at, and I'll do what I'm really good at, and then we'll meet in the middle. And she's taught me a lot of things.
It has really been a pleasure working with not only the directors and the people working at the theater, but the actors and actresses and my crew members.
Because we were just a great team. They were kind, they were pleasant, we joked and had a lot of fun.
So it was nice to get back and experience that excitement, to work together and collaborate, and meeting people from different industries and areas, because people have such unique backgrounds when you're working with a volunteer capacity.
Some of the best role models for my daughter have come from the theater. I couldn't ask for her to get to know better and more inspiring, kind, wonderful people than the older kids and adults that have mentored her here, and that is priceless as a parent, to have those positive people in her life.
When I first started, there was a generation of kids that was right at that, I'm finally old enough to be a part of the show, and I watched them go through high school. They're all now in college. Some of them are coming back, and now my daughter, she's at that, I'm now old enough to be a part of the show, and there's a whole new group of kids.
Yeah.
So to see them come back, to say I was there and to help her along the way is really cool to see.
my connection to the kids during outreach has to be one of my favorite things about being a part of the Theater Guild. And watching them grow up, having them message me still almost every day, some of them to check in months after the theater has been closed, is just, that goes to show how wonderful, how really wonderful the relationships are that you make at the Theater Guild. And especially with young kids, knowing that I was 10 and looking for somebody to kind of be my person, and to be able to be that person for the whole ensemble of The Wizard of Oz and all of the friends I made during Christmas Carol is just really special.
Always different people that you meet.
And it all blends to make the Theater Guild just a success and a fun place to be.
These people are dear to my heart, and I will always love them all.
Basically, the gist of this whole point is that the volunteers to the Racine Theatre Guild and the patrons are the most important part of the whole theater experience. Because without them, this building doesn't get done. We don't have the resources to do the shows that we so love to do. It's a home to many people who come to the Theatre Guild.